Hello and welcome to Canterbury Live. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. I'm Lisa and I'm filling in for Andrea this week. Where is she, I hear you ask? Let's take a look.
Well, team, as you know, I'm in Lake Canterbury this week, yes, for the Māori Cup. And look at this bad boy. I am driving a Matrix rower. It is commercial, yes it is, and is available at Number One Fitness. And thank you to the wonderful team from Number One Fitness. They are giving you the opportunity to take this home. That's right. It's worth $2,500. Incredible, I know. And it's really, really simple. The team here in Christchurch, yes, they're located at 455 Blenheim Road, right behind the Target Centre. They have every bit of fitness equipment that you could ever want for. This is how easy it is. Each day, I will be sending you a clue and you'll just need to call through to Marianne on 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page and leave your details. So, how can you win it? Here's today's first clue.
All right, so today's keyword is Rob Waddell. What you need to do is either give Marianne a call today with that keyword or every single day with the keyword to make sure you have all 5. So you can call up on Friday and give all of them to Marianne. She's going to be very busy on the phones this week, I can tell already. So the keyword was Rob Waddell, 3777 033. Now, if you can see Andrea in heels and a skirt doing that on the rowing machine, imagine what you could be doing with that at home yourself. So thank you to Number One Fitness for giving that to us. All right, next up we have more giveaways. Rotunda tickets, that's right. We have a double pass to Rotunda, who are performing in Christchurch this Friday, the 27th of March. Now, Rotunda is a tribute to the centenary of the World War I Anzac landing at Gallipoli. It's going to be a fantastic show. Again, call up Marianne on 3777 033. She's waiting for your call, and you are in the draw to win those tickets. Now, we're not just stopping there with the giveaways, we also have some tickets to the Tactics. So if you'd like to go and see them playing against Southern Steel on Monday the 6th of April, we have 2 double passes. Again, Marianne, she's waiting for your call on 3777 033 to get yourself some of those tickets. So keep listening for the rest of the week to find out what else you could be winning. Now we've got a huge show, like I said, so we're checking out weddings with Anna from Pure Hair and Beauty. We check out a bit of a barbecue with St. Elisa for the end of summer. We talk about Richard III, which is a show on at the moment for the rest of this week. But first up, we're talking leftovers with Nicola Freya from Nourish Nutrition. Hello.
Hi.
Now, you have a bit of a Facebook page going on. You're sort of getting things started with that, but we'll come back to that later.
Yes.
Leftovers. Where are we going with this?
Well, you know, leftover meat after a barbecue or after a roast, after even if you have a bit of steak left over, that sort of thing, often they sit in the fridge, they go a bit solid, and they do tend to see the bin more often than not.
Yeah,
so
we were just talking about this. I'm one of those people who is guilty of leaving it in the fridge. Then I start to worry, maybe it's been a bit too long, I better just chuck it out. So I could be doing other things with it, couldn't I?
You could be, and that's why it's a great idea to use them in this way, because as long as you do use them that next day or quite soon, as far as food safety goes, if you're reheating them, that's a really good thing as well, because if any of the bugs do tend to develop a bit further, then you are knocking them on the head also. So some of the things that you can do with them is add them to a lovely risotto. You can make great soups, and we're coming up to the time of year where soups would be great to put in the freezer, and make all sorts of things that you heat them to use them. So one of the things that we've used on the Nourish website is hot meat sandwiches.
Yeah,
I think these are a great
great
thing for the weekend, and especially sliced beef, sliced pork that you've had in a roast. If you give that a bit of a sizzle in the pan before you make the sandwich, they are absolutely delicious. The meat gets a little bit crispy on the outside. Nice. It has that lovely flavour, and if you add a relish or just some lovely other salad ingredients to the sandwich, really makes it a lot nicer than just putting cold meat in a sandwich and slopping it together.
And nice and warm to keep you warm on those cold days as well.
Yeah.
So if people are interested in finding out, say, the recipes that you're just talking about, or even the ideas, are they on your website or your Facebook page?
Up on the website tonight, and you'll be playing the recipe tomorrow on CTV, and we have a YouTube link on our website once they come through as well.
Oh, fantastic. So the recipe that we're looking at tomorrow is the hot meat sandwiches that you've just talked about?
It is, yes.
Great, perfect. All right, so the Facebook page, we just had a wee chat about it before. You've got so many different things going on with it. You're going to have competitions. People can have a look at the recipes so they don't have to try and take notes while they're watching it on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell me a wee bit about that.
Thing. So so you don't need to be scribbling there with your pen and paper. All the recipes will be on the Facebook page. Excuse me. Other things we're going to have on there, we're starting a blog the week after Easter, so there'll be the link through to the blog. Really looking forward to that. That blog is about all these different diets that we constantly hear and people constantly get carried away with, and are they wrong, are they right, what do we think?
I am guilty of doing that. I am one of those people. So is it going to be you writing the blog? Who's doing that?
Yes, it is. Yes, I'll be writing it, and we'll have other people sort of feeding information through, and it's not about me telling people what's wrong or right, it's about having a conversation, and we'd love to get into some debate about some of those topics.
And I guess it's good also just for people to hear about the different diets from another point of view, because obviously people read something, it sounds amazing on the internet, or this celebrity's done it, you think it's going to work for you. It could actually be quite damaging.
Could be, yes, it could well be. And we're getting comments from lots of different people from different areas and industries to feed into that blog. So it's really interesting to put lots of different perspectives together and think, okay, this is the picture. Where do you stand on there?
Yes. Now, as a nutritionist, have you yourself tried some of these diets, or you know the right things to be eating at the right time?
Well, of course, as a female, sorry, got a tickly throat. I have over the years tried the odd different one.
Who hasn't?
But yes, I think it's I've come to realise now it's about balance. It's not about starting and stopping any particular type of diet. It's about coming to the point where you got a balance, you have your physical activity and you enjoy food. The important thing about it really is to get nourishing food, but also the enjoyment of food. It's so crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we've talked a little bit about leftovers. We've talked about your Facebook page. And if people are wanting to watch tomorrow, they're going to find out how to make hot meat sandwiches actually as well. Yep, perfect. Yeah. All right, so any quick safety tips before we go for storing the cold meats or leftovers in the fridge?
So pop them in the fridge as soon as you decide you're not going to serve them up for the meal. Get them cooled down as quickly as you can, cover them, and then when you're reusing them, heat them to piping hot and use them within a day or two.
Perfect, nice and simple. All right, now Andrea checked out Bridezilla's with Anna. Have a look.
Ding dong, wedding season. But busy for you, isn't it, Anna, with weddings?
Yeah, it's a little bit stressful.
Hey, do the Bridezillas exist?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely.
So what causes them to tip?
Well, I mean, in their defence, they have so much to organise. For some reason, being the bride is more stressful than being the groom. But that's because they care more, I guess. But yeah, so many things to think about. And by the time that they're getting their makeup done on the day, that's when it's all happening. They can't quite relax until they're at the actual...
That first glass of champagne after it's all dead and dusted. Hey, let's talk about the packages that you offer at Pure Beauty for wedding parties.
Yep. So we do hair and beauty at our store. We can travel to the place that people are having it. Carly and I, who's a hairdresser at the salon, once went to a wedding at Mount Lyford, which was awesome. It was so nice. It's nice to get out of the salon. Pricing wise, it's always dependable on what we're doing. Sometimes we end up doing about 7 makeups and hairs a day. So in that way we kind of customise it to the person. It's about $65 for a makeup hair up, sometimes more, always depending on what they want. And then about the same for makeup, sometimes 50 to 60. But we also do trials. And then, as I say, when there's bridesmaids, mother of the grooms, brides, when that's all involved, we just come up with like a set price.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense. We've got some images of some of the work that you've done with
Yep.
the makeup. You love the whole natural look though, don't you?
Yes, and a lot of, I'll do what the bride wants, but a lot of brides do want to look natural on their wedding day. They want their groom, their husband-to-be, to look at them and, look the same as,
recognise them.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
the
right.
person they agreed to marry. So this is she was a beautiful bride, absolutely stunning, very
Gorgeous
easy.
blonde.
Yeah, very easy to do. So Carly did the hair for this and I did the makeup, but very easy canvas. These are the bridesmaids, so we always, you do the same for each bride if that's what the bride is wanting for each bridesmaid, but keeping natural and keeping with the tones of their dresses, but all the same. And you don't want to outshine the bride either.
No, is that what it is all about? It must be hard though.
Yeah.
So, maybe you've got these girls in your bridesmaids that are very pretty, and not them overshadowing the bride. I know that sounds awful, but I mean, really, it's about them.
Time-wise, you get through the bridesmaids quickly with their makeup, and then the bride, you really spend that extra time on them, making everything perfect. Not that I don't do that with the bridesmaids, but the bride is there to feel special. You make them feel special. You perfect everything on their face so they feel beautiful.
Yeah.
And as soon as the bride gets that white gown on and their veil or their heavy, they're the star of the show.
Yeah, that's a picture painting there.
Yeah.
If we're wanting to actually gift, because a lot of people don't know what to do for a wedding couple, and a lot of people have been together for a while and they don't want any gifts.
Yeah.
It'd be quite a nice idea actually to gift them like a massage that we did the other week.
Yeah.
Or something else.
Yeah, definitely. Beauty treatments leading up to weddings. I know you give it at the day, but even afterwards, couples massage or I'm not sure, money towards.
Yeah, it's a relaxing thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, can you talk us through, because there's certain procedures you probably shouldn't get too close to the wedding day.
Yes.
Like spray tans. When you're amazing at the spray tans. The one you did for Mercy was just incredible.
Yeah.
She people thought she was been on holiday because she was she'd come from the islands.
Yeah.
But of course, you should think about, because you don't want dirt to go on your dress.
Yeah.
And,
so if a bride says to me, I want a spray tan for my wedding, we'll always do a trial, get the colour perfect, exactly how they want it, and then we'll do it a day before the wedding and make sure it's rinsed off really thoroughly, and then it's perfect.
Yeah, and the sun-kissed look as well.
Absolutely.
But also waxing and things like that.
Yeah.
All those boring things girls have to get done.
It's all about timing. You've always got to plan it really well. You want the eyebrows to be fresh for the wedding, but you don't want to wax the day before or even 2 days before. Sometimes I give it about a week, and then on the day when I do their makeup, just have some tweezers handy. Get rid of a few hairs that may have sprouted in that week.
And is that because when you're, I suppose, removing the hair, exposing the follicles? Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. It can just create a little bit of a reaction. Sometimes it's red after you've had a wax, and you always say try and avoid makeup for the next 24 hours.
Right.
And when you're putting wedding makeup on, it's normally heavy. So,
and do the boys get grooming as well? Can they get grooming?
Nowadays, it's
eyebrows?
becoming more common. I did do some eyebrows on a groom recently, yes. Just tidying them up. They always have their haircuts and all perfect and lovely, but I've also done a facial, and I've got a facial booked in next week for a groom-to-be. It's becoming more common, it definitely is, yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Hey, thanks for sharing that with us.
All right.
So just remember, you can have the gorgeous Anna and Carly, who is just awesome as well.
Yes, she is.
She's not as brave as Anna that'll come on the telly, at Pure Beauty. So that's as simple as that.
Wonderful.
Happy weddings.
Welcome back. Right now it's time for a barbecue at St. Elisa.
Today we had the end of summer barbecue, and it was typical end of summer. We had a few spots of rain, and so they tucked the barbecue quite close into the lounge, which then let the smoke go into the lounge, and I'm thinking, the smoke detectors are going to go off, and we're all out there flapping things around to stop that happening. That would have sort of dulled the moment somewhat. If you're sitting in a room, just imagine, it doesn't matter what age you are, but if you are sitting in a room and you're not as mobile as you are now, you can't do things for yourself anymore. Wouldn't it be awful? The frustration must be huge. So it's important there's always something happening, something going on, something you can look at. Makes a big difference. If you sit in your room, you'd go stir crazy, wouldn't you? I would. The residents, who are utterly stunning, are family to us too. We really think about them all the time, and at the weekend you'll be thinking, what could I do to make that better for whatever? How can we make this work for her or for him? And that's lovely, and the staff will come to work and they'll say, I was thinking about at the weekend, why don't we try this? And it's just lovely. It is. People are very much part of the family. When you're in a facility like this, you have to have, this is very technical now, you have to have reviews by dietitians, and you have to have certain balances of all sorts of food. Sadly, sometimes the food you're supposed to have to meet all the dietary requirements the residents don't like. And you're thinking, oh, you're walking a bit of a tightrope here, we've got to meet our requirements, but the residents aren't going to eat it. We give them what they like. Don't tell anybody, it's a secret. But it really works. Why dish up a great bowl of macaroni cheese or something when nobody's going to eat it? But you have hash browns and tomatoes and they go. You've got to stick to the rules to a certain degree, you do. But we can also look outside the rules and outside the square and make sure everything's as good as it possibly can be. To me, your dignity and the life you have, living the life within the abilities you've got, that's what's important. All of our residents are incredibly special actually, they really, really are. And everyone's got a fantastic story to tell. In our newsletters now, in our monthly newsletters, we're having a little write-up about everybody's life and what they did and where they came from. And it's just so interesting that you hear about people and what they did that we don't always particularly know. It's just so good. But Pam is a very special lady and she's got a story to tell.
Pam, you arrived to St Elisa 4 years ago. Tell us about why you arrived here.
I arrived here when the big earthquake came, because our home that I was in was just flattened, sort of, nearly flattened. But I was lucky, I was standing at the door waiting to go on the bus, so I got out fairly quickly.
So take us back to February 22nd. How were you feeling then at that moment?
Very frightened, very shaken. Oh, they were just so good to me. Pep was just a marvellous person. They supplied me with toothbrush, hairbrush, everything I needed till I got organised, till my daughter got organised to go in and get my stuff. And Pat's marvellous and his staff and marvellous, because I was very shocked and shaken, and took a few days to sort of get organised in my mind. But at least I survived. They just made everything so easy for me. They, like, the washing's all done for you, your meals are done for you, lovely meals. If they need to be in a home, this is a very good home for them to come to. The staff are wonderful, the meals are wonderful. Couldn't be better. So I was no longer capable of living on my own. So, best decision for me and my family.
Up next, Andrea talks to the cast of Richard III. See you then. Welcome back. Now, the Canterbury Repertory Theatre are performing Richard III all this week. Andrea caught up with them for a chat.
So I'm joined by Laura Murphy, who is Lady Anne.
Hello.
Nice to be called Lady.
It is nice.
And next to us is a beautiful lady, but the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, Emma Price, and the wonderful, wonderful director, Julian Anderson. Welcome to Canterbury Live.
Morning.
Richard III, not a small feat at all, Julian.
No, huge play. And the most glorious piece of Tudor propaganda ever known to man. So, I mean, he's probably history's most notorious black king. But as a history buff, when I was asked to direct it, I thought, I can't do the play as it is. I couldn't cope. So we've looked at the play, we've removed the most obvious pieces of ghastly propaganda that, where he's obviously plotting murders in a corner somewhere. And I want the audience to leave with the idea, did he or didn't he? In their heads. Was he good or was he bad? So the way the script has worked out is that he's obviously taken the throne, he's obviously a powerful man, but he's got a lot of ability as well. And the absolute blacker parts of Richard that were almost melodrama have been either removed or subtly cut so that an open view is...
Because he was a man.
He was a man.
He just
and
was, and that's it.
As I said in notes that I was asked to write recently for the program, he was a man who found himself in a bit of a cleft stick. He was an incredibly able military man, but not a social butterfly, for want of a better word, like his brother, who managed to make everybody love him just by standing up and smiling and saying, "How are you?"
Exactly.
And
to put that on screen, though, I mean, it's wonderful that you've put your Julian-esque on it, as such a word, but you definitely need...
Oh, yes.
The very important
You need
actors
the
to bring it.
talent.
You need the talent to bring it to that, and of course, these two gorgeous ladies. It makes life very easy, doesn't it? Emma, Queen Elizabeth. Oh, hello.
Not that Queen Elizabeth, her great-grandmother, I think. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but no pressure.
Yeah.
There's further Lizzie's out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So there. How have you found this role for you?
It's been a lot of fun. I'm suspecting that I'm starting to get typecast as someone who just falls into hysterical tears at some point during the play. I spend a lot of time weeping and wailing and falling on the floor.
And you do it very well.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's been really good. As a role,
Good
it's
journey.
been, yeah.
And Nora, for you, Lady Anne.
Yes. Lady Anne is a great character to play. She's really interesting because in the beginning she knows Richard has, killed her late husband and her late father-in-law, so she has great fury towards him. And then we see her begin to soften, and she's a real complex character, and she's created a lot of controversy amongst people who've watched the play in the past and read the play. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing her and trying to decide what way I want to play her.
What a wonderful escape.
Yeah.
How difficult, Julian, is it giving over your baby to others and you hope that they can actually do justice to the vision that you have?
not too bad, because they all do what they're told.
Don't you love that? Oh, I have a director in my ear. I don't always do what he tells me. No.
I have those moments with some of them.
Do you?
Yes. No, they have been fabulous. We had a lot of discussions before we started the play. I said, a lot of time, what is written, you're going to have to be playing against that because your characters have got to come through. And most of them are playing multiple characters. We have 14 people playing 40 characters. So
That's just incredible. And this is all happening, though, at the Elmwood Auditorium. The season runs from the 13th to 28th of March. And there we are. There goes the details there. Bloody thou art, bloody will be thy end. Not really. End of the season will be the 28th. You better get your tickets in because you can purchase them through eventfinder.co.nz. But wonderful Julian and his team actually have some free tickets for you as our viewers. You just need to call through on 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page and leave your details. Richard III, this interpretation from Julian, it will be wonderful. I encourage you all, and especially as a family with children that are actually studying Shakespeare at the moment, it'd be wonderful to take them along. Congratulations to you all. I look forward to seeing the season, how it all pans out.
Thank you.
Well done. Thanks for joining us today.
What a fantastic show. Make sure you pop out to see it. And don't forget about all of our fantastic giveaways we've got for you this week. Give Marianne a call. She's waiting at the desk and she will be a busy, busy lady. Join us tomorrow for another fantastic show. See you then.